What's going on, guys? This is Joseph Conlin coming to you back tonight on the Big Fight Field channel for AEW Full Gear review, and I'd like to welcome back to my channel my good friend right here, Eddie Mullen.
Eddie Mullen. What's going on, guys?
So we're gonna break down everything that happened at Full Gear tonight. I feel like not start to finish, but most of this show was unbelievable. This was a fantastic show. What did you think of Full Gear tonight?
I think there were some pretty good hard-hitting matches. Definitely different contenders for match of the night. Multiple matches on the card showed that it had the potential, and it lived up to the standards that all of them could be the match of the night. And honestly, well, personally, I don't think I could pick one for match of the night.
It's really hard. There was a lot of great moments in there. Especially, we'll get to the big, probably the big topic on this review, the main event, which John Moxley and Kenny Omega, they killed each other. They freaking killed each other. We'll also go over the big heel turn from MJF on Cody. We'll discuss about that, and we'll discuss about everything else that happened on the show. So, once again, before I start talking about the show, I would like to thank everybody who tuned in to the Dynamite vlog from Philadelphia. Over 100 views.
It's more successful than we ever thought it could be. Over 100 views compared to all our other videos. That's successful for us. It's a big step, and I think it's the start of more to come.
Yeah, definitely. So, without further ado, then let's get into the show. So, on the buy-in pre-show, we had Britt Baker versus B. Priestley. You weren't here for that.
No, I wasn't here for that. I didn't see any of it, but I did see. I did see after the.
Awesome Kong.
Yeah, Awesome Kong. I saw that she took a piece of hair off her, which that's a. I think there's more to come with that gimmick. There's more that we're gonna see with that. I guess.
There's definitely more to come with Awesome Kong and Brandy Rhodes.
Yeah.
But, the match itself with Britt Baker and B. Priestley was pretty good. I thought it was slow in the beginning, just like a couple matches of the night. That was mostly the theme throughout the whole night. Very slow in the beginning, and it built really good at the end. But this was slow, and it built really good. A couple near falls in this match, and then Britt Baker got her submission holding. I think it's like a combination of the Ring of Saturn and the Mandible Claw, with her digging her fingers down B's throat and all that stuff, and she got the victory. I had B. Priestley win this match. I personally would have had her win this match, but like this wasn't bad, so it's not. It's not something big, so I'm not really gonna complain over it. And so. That's the buy-in pre-show. We had Britt Baker being Priestley. The main card, though. The main card started with the Young Bucks versus Santana and Ortiz.
Well, up until the end of the night, I kind of had it as my match of the night, and then as I saw the main event and I looked back and I said, "Man, you really can't pick from these matches," because the Santana, Ortiz, Nick and Matt Jackson, man, they put on a show.
They gave you an example of why tag team wrestling is so great in AEW. And, you got a really... After the match, you got a really nice spotlight with Ricky Morton at the end there. 63-year-old Ricky Morton.
Hitting a Canadian destroyer.
And then he did a suicide dive to the outside of the ring.
He's crazy, man.
Unbelievable. So the match itself was pretty sick, though.
Yeah.
We had this what would you call it? The on top submission hold. Like they were all stacked on top of each other.
There was a Boston Crab variation in there mixed with God knows what.
What it was.
I just know there was a Boston Crab in there, and then there was people stacked on top of people. And it looked amazing. It looked just as good as it was.
They told a really good story in this match. The story was Nick Jackson's knee. Towards the end of the match, they were going to close it out with the Meltzer driver, but Nick's knee, it collapsed in the turnbuckle, and he ended up slipping. And Santana and Ortiz ended up capitalizing, hit their finisher, top rope neck breaker for the 1, 2, 3. and Santana and Ortiz did pick up the victory over the Young Bucks, which was, at the end of the day, the correct result.
Yeah. The Young Bucks are already over with the majority of the crowd, and I think that just reassured the inner circle.
Definitely. They needed this one more. Really fun, amazing match to open up Full Gear with Santana and Ortiz beating the Young Bucks. After that, we had match 2 between Adam Hangman Page and Pac. And just like I said, the theme of this night mostly was matches starting off very slow and then progressing, getting quicker and all that stuff. This was one of the matches.
Once that chair spot on the outside hit, that's when the match started really picking up. And honestly, that was my second contender for match of the night there.
That was really good pacing in that match. A couple near falls and
See, my problem with that is you had no faith for Hangman Page.
I did not. I thought Pac was 100% gonna win. I was more invested in seeing Pac keep his undefeated streak than Hangman winning.
And I picked Hangman in the predictions, and
Why did you pick Hangman?
I picked Hangman because I figured it was about time. Because I mean, they pushed at the beginning. They pushed him so hard with that Battle Royale win, and then just after that it fell off. So I mean, it was about time he came back and won that match.
Yeah, really good match right there. Hangman ended up getting the victory with the Deadeye for the 1, 2, 3, and Hangman got his revenge back. Will we see another match between Pac and Hangman on Dynamite one more time?
Not in the time being. I mean, eventually later down the line, yeah. But
yeah.
I say they move on for now.
Yeah, I do too. Third match, I mean, this was quick. This was okay. Shawn Spears versus Joey Janela. What'd you think?
Joey Janela didn't get as much offense in as he should, but I guess they're just making Shawn Spears look stronger. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, after All Out and Shawn Spears shockingly lost to Cody, he cooled off really fast, and they needed to build him back up. Was this their way of building up Shawn Spears, like a quick victory over Joey Janela? Possibly, I don't know. They could have him be the first mid-card champion sooner rather than later.
That's true. What was the next match on the card?
We had the triple threat tag team match with Private Party, Lucha Bros, and SCU. This match was actually really insane.
It's all you could ask for.
This was insane.
I mean, everything you could expect out of those 3 tag teams showed out there, and it was what it was. It was 3 amazing tag teams doing what they do best.
Exactly. We had my personal MVP in this match was probably Rey Fenix. I mean,
excellent rope work.
He's amazing.
He should be called the king of the ropes.
Not Grand Metal League. No way. Then he was joking with me earlier and said Rey Fenix kind of had a look like Kalisto.
I mean, yeah, a similar mask. That's really what it is. But I mean, there's only so many mask designs you can have that don't look stupid.
Wrestling wise, like
yeah,
Rey Fenix is so much better.
Definitely. Rey Fenix, one of the best luchadors in the world right now.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna take that away from him. He's a tremendous worker.
Private Party had some nice offense in this match too, with Cassidy and Mark Quinn diving over the top rope, and then I figured that they'd be taking the pin in this to continue the SCU Lucha Brothers feud, and obviously that was the case at the end with Lucha Bros attacking Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian. Lights going out. We have a guy dressed up as Pentagon, and it ended up being Christopher Daniels. That was kind of predictable, but
yeah. Speed it up here. The Rio match.
The Riho Amy Sakura match. Okay, this was okay, but this was definitely the cool down match of the evening.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, if you've seen the channel and you've seen the videos, you know I don't expect much from these matches, and then that's why. Honestly, there were some good spots, but bunch of roll-ups at the end.
That was probably the best sequence of the night. The night. The match.
The roll-up sequence was pretty good, but I mean, still I feel like they could have did that and then have an actual finish, but I mean, I guess they had to get the card going.
Riho got the roll-up victory to retain the women's championship, which was the correct result. Emi Sakura did not need to win that championship. They needed to keep that championship on Riho. I feel like I got a bad feeling that Awesome Kong's going to be the next champion. Either her or Brandy Rhodes, and
I wouldn't mind.
Brandy doesn't need it, but I mean, Awesome Kong, I guess.
What are we on now? The Cody match?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got a lot to talk about on that one. So, with the Cody and Jericho match, this was another match that was built up very slowly, and it got really good at the end. First of all, Cody's mom was at ringside, and she was a factor. I guess she was a factor into the match.
She slapped him twice, dude.
She slapped Jericho twice. I mean, the second slap was hilarious. I laughed.
Yeah, I think the first slap was like set up, and then the second slap, I'm pretty sure that was shoot. I'm pretty sure she just slapped him.
I think so too.
It was hilarious nonetheless. I mean, I'm sure he didn't get hurt by a slap compared to the other spots he was taking. So, whatever it is, what it is, it was kind of funny. Take it.
We had MJF coming out with Cody. We had Jake Hager coming out with Jericho. Hager ended up kicking out after punching Cody. And then once the ref was dealing with Hager and MJF, Jericho got the world title, smashed it over Cody's head for a close near fall. And then we had a couple close near falls with the crossroads from Cody, the code breaker. That's what it is. Code breaker from Jericho. And then
he put him into the walls. He got out of the walls. He put him in a lion tamer, and then MJF actually threw in the towel for Cody, in which
stopped the match.
Yeah, they stopped the match. Cody lost, so he can't challenge for the AEW Championship ever again. So MJF comes in the ring. He looks sad. Crawls in.
It looks like he was crying.
Yeah, it looked like he was crying. He told Cody he was sorry. Cody stands him up. Boom! Kicks straight to the nuts. Done. So Cody's down on the ground. MJF's just laughing at him like, "Why'd you trust me in the first place?" But, like that's just the swagger, the charisma that MJF brings about. It's like, why would you trust me? I know I'm a jerk. Do you not see that I'm a jerk? Why would I be friends with you? Like,
he played this off fantastic, MJF did.
This is gonna push his character and his wrestling career as a whole.
Right now, after tonight, MJF is the most hateful wrestler in all of pro wrestling. And I'm telling you that with a straight face.
Alright, so the main event of the evening, or non-main event of the evening, if you want to get technical, the unsanctioned match, lights out match.
Jon Moxley, Kenny Omega.
Controversial. So, what was that, that website that ranks wrestlers?
PWI.
PWI. Well, I think they're spewing out a load of crap right now.
I do too.
Look, you gotta accept it for what it is. If you didn't want to see a hardcore match,
then don't watch
it. What did you expect? They built this up like they were gonna beat the living hell out of each other, and then you expected them not to do this? Like,
I just got a couple tweets right here that I gotta read about. PWI talking about this match. Gotta say, I'm absolutely hating this. These two are capable of so much more than early 2000s indie garbage wrestling. The only thing missing are the light tubes. This is just all horrendous. A real shame, especially following a masterpiece like Jericho and Cody. Big step back for AEW in my opinion. And then the last one was Moxley wins a needlessly long, needlessly dangerous, and needlessly gross match. This was the worst of AEW. Guys, don't trust PWI, please. That's just spitting garbage.
I don't know about that. It's just they said in another tweet they have nothing against no DQ matches. They just have stuff against garbage matches, which
that was not a garbage match.
Look, I've wrestled before. I've been through some garbage matches, and you gotta appreciate it. You have to appreciate it. It's
a whole different style of
wrestling. How are you gonna say that it's not wrestling just because it's extreme? you see blood in other matches, and that's okay. Just because they go to further extents just to draw that blood doesn't mean it should be frowned upon.
Exactly. Some of the top spots in this match was the barbed wire baseball bat from Moxley to Omega, the barbed wire baseball, the broom from Omega to Moxley. Early part of the match, I thought the best part was the mousetrap, back body slamming the mousetrap. We then got the dive from Omega over the top rope to a table, and then we got onto the stage. Kenny was calling Hangman and the Young Bucks, and they were telling him to bring something out, and it was a spider web full of barbed wire, and then Moxley gave Omega a suplex onto the barbed wire.
Took them
Ouch.
it took them about 2 minutes to get out. They were caught in there. Referees, officials, like all the staff were helping them get out of there, like putting their hands in the barbed wire to pull them out. I think it was I thought it was cool personally.
That was absolutely sick. This whole match was sick. That was probably the match of the night, but it wasn't over there because what would you call that full gear board? Would you call it a board? I guess or something.
Yeah,
like
it
that?
was like, I don't know, it was like an advertising board. So Kenny Omega hits the V trigger, but as why can't I remember the commentator's name? Excalibur. Yeah, as he said, it looks like that Kenny actually took more of the damage because he hit his head on the thing.
Yeah.
Either way, they both come out about the same time, chase each other through the crowd, end up back at the ring, and then Mox pulls up the ring canvas on the back right, from the hard cam, the back right corner, pulls that all the way up. There's a couple spots on it. Back body drop onto it, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then
Omega was going to the top.
Omega missed some kind of splash. I forget what it was. Anyways, Moxley comes
Might
up.
have been like a Phoenix splash or something like that.
It might have been. Either way, Mox comes up, hits him with an elevated paradox shift, sorry. So the elevated paradox shift, 1, 2, 3, and then Moxley wins.
Incredible match, incredible evening. We got the show closing out, zooming in on Jon Moxley, with Jim Ross saying, "See you guys Wednesday night in Nashville for AEW Dynamite," which is going to be a crazy show. The fallout of All Out is going to. The fallout of Full Gear is going to be crazy.
Man, it's been a long day for both of us.
Final thoughts on the show.
Final thoughts on the show. This was my favorite. I know it might not have been your favorite, but it was my favorite of the year. Mostly because it brought in all the aspects of wrestling that I love. The hardcore, which I've been through before. The great technical wrestling, the great storytelling. It brought out everything that wrestling's ever needed.
I like really built up wrestling matches, and they had, I believe, 3 of them or something like that tonight. This was a great show. Fantastic night. I can't wait for Dynamite on Wednesday. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you haven't already, like this video with a super kick. Subscribe to the Big Fight Field channel for some great content. And with that being said, have a good night, guys.